It is not about what you're doing, it is just that you're doing it in an unwavering way. Every day you are off and on, doesn't happen. You just unwavering, you become one-pointed. It doesn't matter what it is.
My name's Alex, welcome to this video, and today I want to talk about the importance of discipline, of self-discipline when it comes to spiritual practices, when it comes to meditation especially, and when it comes to spirituality in general. And the reason for why I want to talk about all of this is, on the one hand, that I see in the spiritual community, or in a lot of people who are into spiritual things, whatever they mean in particular, there's always this notion of I am love and light, I am God, everything is one energy, I am peace, I am love, everything's great. And that might even be true to some extent, but when people say that, they sometimes say this in a way that implies, okay, I don't need to do anything in my life, I can just do whatever I want, and then they call that freedom. But some of them essentially say, I don't need to put in the work, I don't need to push myself, I don't need to develop myself, I don't need to create good habits, I don't need to be hard on myself, I don't need discipline, because everything is one energy, I'm part of that one energy, so everything is already great, and yeah. What else there to say? We made it. And yeah, that, like I said, might be true to some extent, or you could possibly actually get those insights into reality. But a lot of people, especially if you're just like new to spirituality, people hear those concepts and then they kind of intellectually understand them, and then they think, amazing, everything's cool now, why didn't I see this earlier? But now everything's great. But there's a huge difference between actually embodying all of those spiritual or universal truths and living according to that, aligning your whole life, your purpose, your mission, your habits, your everything, your relationships to those things, let's say to love and kindness and relieving people from suffering and serving others. There's a huge difference between actually doing that and just understanding that and using it actually to some extent to an excuse to not even do anything. Because people who suffer, they just need to understand that there's no such thing as suffering, and then everything is great. And I wanted to make this video to to go a little bit against that and to highlight the importance of self-discipline that you actually need to practice every day. Might it be yoga, might it be meditation, might it be just walking outside through the woods, just being mindful, whatever it is, that you actually need to do that in order to reap the benefits of that and to gain insights into those truths and to live those truths, to understand those truths by yourself, and not to just repeat something some sage or Jesus or whoever might have said in the past and then believing that's true and then saying, well, everything's great. And regarding spiritual practices, I want to show you a little clip from Sadhguru that's very relatable to me. Maybe it might even be relatable to you, so here goes.
Right now you're thinking, tomorrow morning, I'm going to do my yoga. Tomorrow morning, when the dawn at 5 o'clock in the morning, I hear it every day, I don't know how many of you hear it. The moment it goes down, maybe we should beat a drum. Then your body says, to hell with this yoga, all I want to… It keeps changing, its priorities keep changing and changing and changing.
And as he talks about it in this clip, it's not that easy to always practice every day, to stand up in the morning, to practice before you go to bed, to practice, and to do this again and again and again. Because as you might have come to notice, as I've definitely come to notice again and again, is that my mind is fluctuating all of the time. It's so all over the place that it can be really hard to always have the discipline and the willpower to sit down and meditate. Because when you wake up, your bed is so comfortable. When you're in the evening, you just ate something, you might be a little bit sleepy, you just want to go to bed, maybe watch some Netflix, maybe chill. It's really hard then to say, no, I take some time out of the day, I will create space for this practice and actually follow through with it. And why this discipline is also so important from my experience, and that's basically just an elaboration from what I just said now, is that there are periods in my life when I practice, when I follow through, when I create good habits, when I really take care of myself, that I actually start to feel the well-being, that I actually start to reap the benefits. And then I kind of become a little bit cocky, a little bit lazy, in a sense that I start to loosen myself up a little bit, because I don't need to be strict all the time. I can just go for a drink, I can just do whatever, like party a little bit here, eat some junk food there, neglect my sleeping patterns, take some drugs, whatever. Because I think, yeah, I got this, like everything's cool. And then I slowly fall off from my practice again, because then all of those exceptions accumulate and create chaos inside of me, foster laziness inside of me, and eventually bring me to that point where I start to search my happiness again in those material things, in those pleasures, in those temptations, instead of actually realizing this well-being through somewhere from within, through being present, through being mindful, and through accepting life, instead of picking certain aspects of life and then they get like my whole attention and I seek them and I do everything to get to them, and then I'm just running after something instead of appreciating what's already here. And the same thing goes also for the other way around. When I have periods where I feel bad, then it's also very easy to excuse myself from practicing, because I don't want to push myself, I don't want to be so hard on myself, I can just stay in bed and eat chips and just chill. And it is important to be compassionate to yourself, to be kind to yourself, and not to go batshit crazy with discipline and completely destroy yourself and overwork yourself and squeeze every little pleasure out of life. That's not the point. But even when we feel bad, we still kind of sometimes need to kick ourselves a little bit, or to get ourselves up and to sit down and to practice. But in all of those circumstances, when our mind is either super happy or when we are happy and then we get less alert, or when we feel bad, then it's always difficult to stay focused and to practice unwaveringly. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then I would really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up. That really supports my channel to grow and for me to reach more people talking about mindfulness and meditation. And if you haven't subscribed, then don't forget to do that if you want to see more of my videos. And with that all being said, I hope you have the strength and the willpower to practice, to go after the things you know that you need to do. And yeah, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful evening, and take care.